My name is Akumie, Akumie. This is my journey into education for metaverse platforms. I do two things in particular. I do Spanish and I do languages. We will also have a category at the end called Others. So stick around and enjoy. In short, I started on a platform called Allspace VR in August of 2019. When Allspace died on March 10, 2023, I moved to a platform called Cluster, but right now I'm in the process of slowly porting my worlds to Vrchat as well. Languages. I have many language themed worlds from Allspace that are now on Cluster, but I'm slowly porting to Vrchat. Since I've been in Cluster since Allspace died March 2023, I've uploaded many worlds to Cluster, including, you can see, Italy, Japan, China, and so forth. I'm slowly uploading them to VRChat. So I'm working on a Celtic world. I still have to finish Egyptian world. The Egyptian world was actually replaced by this.
De vader leven, de liefde en de lust. We feesten door tot 's avonds laat, nog lang niet uitgeblust. Oh, vela ciao, vela ciao, vela ciao, 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 partigiano, portami via.
Here is a world that's right now only in Cluster. It's the Navajo Reservation, the biggest reservation in USA. And you can see some teepees. You can put music inside it and pictures to make it museum style kind of world. You know, there you go. And then you can walk behind. This red thing here is actually an object, and the other red in the background is just the skybox. There you go. That was just a few of my worlds. Out of all my worlds, my Roman town is the most complete. So that was the Allspace version. This is the VRChat version. It's the same except it has no videos in the cinema, no horses, and no weapons. But in VRChat you can change the speed of your walking. So I made you walk faster, so you're running now to compensate for no horses. Otherwise it's the same as you saw in the trailer, Colosseum, concert theater, and whatnot. The difference here is that all the avatars, they do speak Latin. When making a language world, the rule of thumb is no English allowed. Do not translate anything. You want immersion, immersion, immersion. And immersion you get by having a target language with no translations. As you can see here, the signs are in Latin, and as you can hear here, Latin only, no English.
Bimuneribus nati suamunera mater, adidit externo, marmore dives opus.
Limites ferebant, cur totviae munirentur, causa fuit.
Bella priorum cara patria, nunc et semper florens gloria.
I also had other languages, including Viking languages, Inuit languages, Icelandic, and so forth, that will eventually be made imported to Vrchat. So, yeah, if you want to use my words for anything, languages, history, whatever you want, just talk to me, and for a small fee, it can be arranged. I can even add stuff to the worlds if you want. Spanish, in particular Spain Spanish, because I grew up in Spain in the 90s. So I started in Allspace VR, a metaverse platform, in August of 2019. I wanted to teach a language, so I decided to teach Spanish using custom build worlds. So me and two co-hosts, we taught Spanish back in 2020. One of my co-hosts is a native Spanish speaker from Spain. So we started with the alphabet.
Ñ.
Enya?
Ah, good, very good, huh? Yeah.
Mm,
O,
yeah.
O,
P,
P,
A small world I made with things related to each letter. So for A, for example, ambulance. B, we have baloncesto, basketball, and so forth. As you can see here, I basically took a lot of game words found on the platform Allspace VR, and I put teleporters in the world so we could go to all the games and play them and learn Spanish at the same time.
Oh, okay.
There's no hands, you have to pretend that's throwing. Yeah. I'm just trying to include a lot of sports I can.
Lanzamiento de hacho.
Hacha. And hacha means axe, and
Hacha.
lanzamiento means throwing. So throwing the axe.
billar,
Yeah,
está
yeah,
bien. Pero hay dos billares.
You aim it and. There we go.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah, Magnus, pick one of these and
es
then.
difícil. It's very hard.
Yes, and if you're curious, Anne, you can change the size of the basketballs. That's why for this one they're smaller, to look more like a golf ball. But... yeah.
Baloncesto.
Del futuro.
Del futuro.
Del futuro.
Yeah, future basketball.
Alfil.
Alfil, dama, torre, rey.
Another world I made based around weather and season. So spring, summer, autumn, winter, cold, thunder, rain, and so forth. You just take different categories. So weather, colors, vehicles, food, and then you put teleporters or different worlds representing the different objects. And that way you associate the word with something. In this case, Allspace worlds.
Yeah, with snow coming down on it. That's very good.
Esto
So
sí es una tormenta.
everybody, thunder, relámpago.
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 So hopefully every time you think of relámpago, you will think of this word.
Hey,
Yo,
Will Grape,
sí,
eres el conductor.
sí.
El conductor.
¿Tienes dinero?
No, no tengo
Tengo mucho
dinero,
dinero.
pero tengo miedo. Quiero subir. Abre la puerta.
No, dinero.
Abre la puerta.
No, dinero.
As a quick example, there's a starter base, just some pictures to get the general twist of Spain, 2 windows, less claustrophobic. But yeah, this is world 1. Okay, this is world number 2. Quickly here, I put this chair thing here from more elevation. There is a video, a guy cooking paella, because paella is a national dish of Spain. So you make a world that represents Spain. Here you can see a bit of information about paella. And then here you see the food stuff with text in Spanish and English to teach you some food found in paella. And then over here, just, a guy eating to teach you cutlery and stuff like this. Here we have yellow to make some games, find the flags in the world. I hid flags around the world. So I just made a pre-made Allspace world and put yellow. You can see there, yellow, SpongeBob, arcades, yellow, yellow, yellow. Up here, cars, boats, sun. Yeah, there's second floor, all this stuff. But everything yellow. All objects in yellow. This is the yellow world. That's my yellow world, but red. In this one, find balloons. Balloons look like that. So red, red, red. Quickly here, just, yeah, red, everything red. And here I have the green world. When the color worlds, I will put the Spanish words to every object to teach you better. But there's the green, just green, green, green. In here, everything green. Okay, so make something inside the country of the language you're teaching. I'm teaching Spanish, festival in north of Spain, coloring of the bulls, and Fero in Spanish. Basically, some bulls are running through a course, trying to hit humans, go to the end to a bull ring, and that yada yada yada. Here's the cows. Here's the representation of the course. Here you learn Spanish because the words associated with the map. The world, you make maps like this, anything in your country, then you put words associated with the map. Since it's VR, be as crazy as you want. Here I put again some humans, snowmen, robots, Western guys, a gorilla looking down at you from the balconies, a black guy over there, Then just put signs up, more immersion. Here, like, window, door, house, wall. You put signs up like this to make it a bit more customizable. And that's how you do it. So here's an example how to make a festival, at least a Spanish festival. So yeah. This is VR, be as crazy as you want. So here I just put a lot of objects to fly, from birds to dragons to air balloons to planes to, yeah. I wanted to show directions, so I thought to myself, how could I make it interactive? So I made a maze. So this is an actual maze found in Barcelona, Spain. I found the blueprints and I recreated it.
Abajo, izquierda, derecha. Okay, I gotta see. I couldn't find two.
It's like really hard. I only can say think or say out loud in Spanish now.
I'm back, Jessica.
Okay. Okay, should we start?
Yeah, we should start, okay.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
which way do we go from here?
Let's go easy first. Right.
Okay.
After that, I decided what more can I do, so I decided to recreate Spain festivals in the virtual world. At the time, I hadn't been in Spain for over 20 years, so I wanted to reconnect to Spain. I even made a website for it. You can see it called clubcastellano.weebly.com that explains the back history and gives videos because I was very good in recording videos for all my events. So, a few events include
Mar, te veo. Estoy viendo Mar.
Como dice, 3, 2, 1, ya.
Vamos, vamos.
Esta es la
Es por
curva que
aquí,
queda.
es por aquí.
Hostia.
Pero por aquí no entro.
Oh, vale. Vale.
Cabrón.
Rodonda.
Pero es que claro, por ahí, este de aquí, por detrás del coche. Le falta marcarlo un poco mejor.
Ramón, ¿cómo me estás adelantando? Qué emocionante, ¿eh?
Por
Muy
aquí.
emocionante.
Ahí. Aquí.
Siento la velocidad de mi cuerpo.
Coño, que me va a adelantar el niño jodido.
Vale, subirse a la acera. ¿Tú qué la meta?
Gracias, hija mía, porque entre la vista y el pulso cada vez estoy más torpe. No sé.
Es la segunda ciudad más importante del Reino de Valencia.
Mira el primo grandote de Noelia. Uno ahí. Uno que te...
El dominio cristiano llevó a Orihuela a su máximo esplendor. Sus calles eran un bullicio. Campesinos, mercaderes, artesanos, músicos, ofrecían sus viandas, género y saber hacer al visitante. En 1437 fue elevada a rango de ciudad por Alfonso V, quien declaró nobles a todos sus habitantes, presentes y futuros. Adéntrate en sus calles. Adéntrate en su historia. Adéntrate en Orihuela medieval. Del 31 de enero al 2 de febrero. 12º Mercado Medieval de Orihuela. Vívelo. Ayuntamiento de Orihuela.
Sí, de Vilanova y la Geltrú.
¡Se magnifica, Nuño! ¿Estáis bien, don Juan? ¿Estáis bien?
No, te preguntaba a ti, Luis, pero es que ¿cómo se llama?
Del 31 de enero
A Javi,
al 2 de febrero.
Javi, eso.
12º Mercado Medieval de Orihuela. Vívelo. Ayuntamiento de Orihuela.
Sí, de Vilanova y la Geltrú.
Dios mío.
Ah.
Vaya gritos tiene la tortura.
Tortura.
Everybody.
Boys. Hola, ¿eso qué? Para que me escuchen en todos los lados.
Con la megafonía activada se te escucha en todo el mundo.
Contra vuestros enemigos en el oeste. ¿Qué enemigos? Si yo no tengo enemigos en el oeste. Ah, ¿no? Pues ya los tenéis. Espero que hayas disfrutado los chistes. Hasta la próxima.
Akumie, danos una foto, que estamos ya equipados.
Tira una moneda y pide un deseo. Tal vez tu
Trixie.
sueño se haga realidad.
Tal vez tu sueño se haga realidad. Sí, ¿dónde estás?
Yo estoy cerquito al lago verde.
¿Lago?
¿Un lago? No sé qué es lago. No,
¿Quién está matando?
es lago. Es playa. A ver, estoy bien cerca de playa. No pensaba que era un lago. Ay, ni modo.
Este se mató solo.
Ay,
Pero es
Dios
que-
mío.
¿Qué puedes matar con el arma esta?
No puedo mover, estoy congelada aquí. Claro, no puedo, no puedo mover. Soy la prisionera del mundo medieval. Bruja, me quedo aquí, voy a ser brujerías. Oh, de verdad no puedo.
Sí, pues es súper grande este mundo, ¿no?
Ahora puedo caminar. Puedo.
Ah,
Modo.
Oliva,
Vamos
Oliva,
a tener
¿dónde,
una bruja.
¿dónde tu
Voy a poner en
caballo?
favorito.
Y ahora
No se
sí
puede poner en
encontré
favorito.
un lago o algo así con agua. ¿Dónde están ustedes? Estoy sola.
No, es un evento. Un evento,
Ah,
podéis
¿qué es
votar
evento?
si queréis. Sí, como es evento podéis votar a Akumie, le podéis
Votado.
5 estrellas y claro.
Con armas de combate cuerpo a cuerpo como hachas y espadas.
Vamos a
El
buscar
campo
a
de
Trixie.
tiro con arco está en las afueras de
Busca de la
Moscú.
Trixie
Estoy
perdida.
perdida. Dejan aquí sola.
Vamos a ver.
Aquí
¿dónde
fuera.
estás?
Los dragones van a venir. Estoy fuera de las...
Pero resultó que ella tenía un establo con algo
Ah,
de
sí,
fuerza.
has llegado.
La bandera blanca y verde.
Buenas noches, soy Pitingo. Somos el Canto del Loco. Soy el Calvo de Amaral. Se llaman los planetas.
De verdad que buenas noches.
De corazón os lo digo. Buenas noches, ¿eh? Yo soy Oda y estos son Zulu.
Desde Andalucía con fuerza, ideas dentro, voy pasando de naciones, andaluz de nacimiento y en tu patria me cago cuando veo presumiendo esos caciques a caballo por las ferias de mi pueblo.
Codalejo Kite Fest. It's a festival held in the Canary Islands 1 week in November. So, I made a small beach. You can see they're pushing kites. If you look carefully, you can see. I am not perfect in animation, so I just made it move up and down. And they are moving in the wind. Here you can just sit in some chairs and relax. See? Just relax and watch everything go by. These are also going in the wind. So I put wind to make it more immersive. There's a logo, you can see. There's a screen. Here's a picture showing where the festival is in Canary Islands. There's a video showing the actual festival. I think in 2023 or 24, the festival got 70,000 people. You can move this ball, you can see. If you want to move the ball, you can sit and watch here. And here I just wanted more stuff in the ocean. So the boat, you can see, is actually moving. You can see. It just moves straight up and down. And then you can see an arrow pointing this way because you can go underneath the ocean, but there's not much to see. There's only 2 scuba divers and the fish. And the fish is not moving, it's just flapping its wings. And lastly, I used artificial intelligence to make music. So,
La segunda canción se llama Volando Alto en Corralejo.
It's all in Spanish. And what I did was I merged 3 songs together, and in between the songs I used some robot on Google to say it in Spanish. Lastly, I added this, so you have something to play. But yeah, it's a showcase how to make a small world. Is it perfect? No, it needs more stuff on the ocean and whatnot. If you want to make a small themed world, there you go. Other. Besides my language themed worlds and my Spain festivals, I got worlds of all kinds. You can see there. Some include I have hosted all kinds of events, from debates about Scandinavia.
My grandfather was from, people were from Gothenburg, Sweden, as I said, and then my grandmother was from Oslo, Norway. And I'm fascinated with the culture, and I loved what I saw so far about some of the myths and so forth. So I'm very happy to be here.
My name is Tone, and I'm from Grimstad, south in Norway, but I live in Oslo. And I thought, I saw the flags, and I was wondering what this event was.
And I feel like the culture's pretty nice, and that's why I came to this event today.
I quite like it, so yeah, it's whatever you get used to.
And easy to navigate. Trains are affordable and extensive, and buses offer more thorough coverage than trains. Lush green forests dotted with Viking relics, glittering lakes and waterfronts.
Viking Christmas, chess, and more. The future. For my language worlds, I'm actually looking for educators at universities who want to pay me to use my worlds. You pay me a small monthly fee, and you can use my worlds. You don't even have to use my worlds for languages. You can use them for history or whatever you want. I make the worlds, and you can use them for whatever. I can even add stuff to the worlds if you want. At some point, I might teach Spanish or Swedish in my custom build worlds. As for my Spain Festival worlds, the main aim of them was to get people who are learning Spanish and they want to learn more culture because behind every language there is culture. It's also a place for Spanish people to meet. So let's say you are learning Spain Spanish and you want to learn about Spain culture. Then you can come to my festival worlds that are hosted at the same time as the real festival and learn about Spain culture. Sure, it's not a one-on-one replica. I don't replicate the actual festival in Metaverse platform. It's just based around a theme. So there's a kite festival in Spain. There's now a kite festival in the Metaverse platform. There you go. As for my Unity worlds and stuff, just talk to me and we'll figure something out. All the information, like my Discord and email and all that fancy stuff, is in the video description. Then you can add me as Akumie, Akumie, on platforms like Cluster and Allspace. Sorry, Cluster and Vrchat, and I can show you around. You can see what I got, and we'll take it from there. My opinions, two things in particular. So, what I find strange about educators, when they think of metaverse platforms, they think, oh, we can just make a virtual classroom, stand in front of the classroom and teach. Because I have the experience of a real teacher, I know how to teach. So, let's just make a virtual classroom and teach something, maybe spawn some random objects and call it a day. No, you want to dance in the sun, be on the moon, be under the ocean. In my case, you want to be in a Roman town 2,000 years ago. You want to see how a Celtic lived 2,000 years ago. Make that instead. It's much more immersive. Number two, a lot of these educators, they make third-party apps. So it's like a third-party app for languages, a third-party app for psychiatry, a third-party app for science, and so forth. I say no. You should instead be focusing on Unity worlds for metaverse platforms, in particular VRChat, because VRChat has the user base already. People always say, "Oh, there's no language apps in the Meta store." The MetaQuest VR headset store, there's hardly any language app. Not realizing all the language stuff already exists, but they're found in like Cluster and VRChat and social metaverse platforms already. I can learn already right now over 20 languages just through VRChat. Why would I need to go to third-party app that in many cases have horrible graphics? It's maybe not free and so forth and so forth. You can still make events in VRChat and stuff paid if it's language learning. You make two events for free and so people can see what you offer, and then you do for paid. But you don't need to go to some random third-party app that people create to learn something. Just make Unity worlds on metaverse platforms that already has the user base. And that's it. Hope you like what you saw, and I'll see you next time.